Common Kings. The song is called Fly, Q103. It is the rhythm of the islands. Now, on the phone, I am joined by, and the email that I got said, mompreneur. I'm thinking that's like entrepreneur for moms. Mm-hmm. It's Eileen. And what? How did you say your last name?
Wacker.
Wacker. That's an awesome last name.
Yeah, Wackinator, Wacker. It's inherited. It's my married name, but I willingly took it, yes.
I know, but I mean, as a mom, it's like, here comes the Wackinator. Look out, guys. Oh.
Exactly.
Oh, the Wackinator's coming. Oh, God. And you wrote a book. It's called, and see, this is the problem with being on a morning show and being from North Carolina. I'm barely literate. Fujimini?
Yeah, it's actually, the book series is called Fujimini, and Fuji, sort of the motivator in that was Mount Fuji, because we lived in Korea, in Seoul, for 4 years, and then I continued to commute there for 7 years, and we traveled a lot around Asia, and very inspired by Mount Fuji, which is one of the tallest mountains in Japan, and it's said to have a soul. So when I was thinking about something for kids, a little bit of a fun take on that was Fujimini, so that's the name of the series.
Oh, and how long have you been doing this series?
I actually started thinking about it in 2007, believe it or not. That was a long time ago. When I first moved to Honolulu from Asia, and I've been doing a lot of market research and product development, and we're actually just starting to launch now. But probably for the last 2 years, it's been 18 hours every day, all the time, live it, breathe it,
Oh, my God. Did you ever think that the world of motherhood would lead to market research?
Well, it's a funny thing. I didn't know it would lead there, but when we were in Seoul, I was running a books program as a volunteer because I have 4 kids, and we're in the international school. And it's, a volunteer job, you think, I'll do it an hour a week. But when you're, with a lot of Asian moms who, want their kids to be a grade level ahead, or they want to be reading all the right stuff, this books job turned into something bigger, and I ended up doing a lot of research. But along the way, the other thing that became apparent is that there was a lack of sort of Asian-inspired characters in very traditional storybooks. You can find Eloise, and you can find Fancy Nancy and Winnie the Pooh, but nobody's eating with chopsticks, and nobody eats rice for breakfast, and they haven't heard of a bonsai tree, and they don't celebrate Lunar New Year. So that's when I started thinking about, I really want to research this concept because I'd like to put an Asian overlay on my stories.
Oh. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to take a quick break here. I got to play commercials because, we've got bills.
Yeah.
And then I want to come back and talk about, because this is the biggest part that they have put in my email was something about a mom code.
Yeah, that's an article I recently wrote, and, just as a super stressed out mom trying to balance it all, and the response to it was so big, and I think it's going to get bigger, that I think it's a concept and a thought that everybody's having right now is, how can we try to build each other up, and how can we try to make everybody's life a little bit easier, because we're all doing the best we can, even here in paradise, and it's still difficult.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll talk mom code in just a sec. Stay close, everybody else. We'll play some songs like The Lamb's Bread and Oswald. It's coming up, the Rhythm of the Islands, Q103. Song is Oswald, Don't Turn Around, Q103. It is the Rhythm of the Islands, and if you're a mom listening today, you know the rule with kids. Don't make me come back there. Make me come back there, I will smack the... Well, I can't say it like my mom did.
Yes, no smacking, no.
Well, no, see, my mom was Southern, so you know what she used to tell me? I will beat you to the white meat.
Goodness, yeah, that wouldn't play well today.
That's the thing, though. It's like, we as parents now, we're always like trying to baby our kids, but where was our parents' sense of decency when we were kids,
Exactly, yeah. My mom once in a while would say, I'll knock you into tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, well, that sounds a little scary.
Yeah, my mom was like, I will knock you into next week and wait a while for you to show up. I was like, no, Mama, no. So let's talk about the mom code, because, this is kind of the biggest part of the email. Anytime they send me oh, this information on this person. Yours was like, okay, well, here's a little bit about the book, and then bam, the mom code.
Yeah. No, I actually sat down, and when I actually write for a New York publication called Residents, so I research a lot of topics, kind of modern topics, if you will, like electronics and e-reading and different things like that. But one of the topics that came up with a friend, actually, who's living here in Honolulu, but she's trying to produce a film, and all of her work is really in New York, and she has 3 little kids, and she's just, flat out on her back, trying to make it work, and it's very difficult. We went to dinner, and we were just talking about, she was just like, look at my roots, and her fingernails were, chewed to the quick, and she was talking about, trying to balance it at school, and how she thought all the other moms were just like, you're a bad mom, you don't send in baked goods, you never show up, your babysitter picks your kid up all the time, and we just started talking about how, moms are trying to do a great job as a mom, as a wife, and a lot of us work as well, and how difficult it is to do all of that. And then we had another friend who was chiming in. She's a stay-at-home mom, and she was saying, yeah, but from the stay-at-home mom's point of view, it's just as bad, because we feel like the working moms don't really respect us and expect us to do everything in the classroom and be the perfect mothers because, hey, that's our only job, right? So we decided we would do kind of a survey, and we went out to about 100 women, and some are in Korea and Tokyo, East Coast, West Coast, all ages from, new moms who are 30 to people who are recently empty nesters, maybe late 40s. And we put out a survey and just said, here's our first pass at a mom's code. What do you think? And the response was so overwhelming, with people coming back, that I ended up writing a bunch of blogs about it, but I also wrote an article saying, you know what, we need to put out kind of a mom's code so that we're all really working together and propping each other up, because everybody's running 1,000 miles an hour, and everybody needs a little bit of help. So that's how it came about.
It sounds more like you were sitting around going, you know what, moms, let's unionize. Who wants the union?
Yeah,
come on, moms.
It is sort of like that, but in our union, it includes like mom's night out, which is, I think, one of the most important things people can do, is get out there and have a girls' night out and just sort of talk, because we all face the same issues of summer camp and naughty children and teachers, and we all face the same things, and just being able to talk about it is great. And also talked about making each other feel like they're good moms, because none of our kids are perfect.
No.
Yet when we talk, it always seems like the other person's child is perfect. Like they actually run a lemonade stand and they earn money that they're going to use on their vacation, and you just sit there and you're like, oh my God, my kids are greedy, and they don't do their chores, and I'm so kind of making people feel like good moms by talking about things that are real, not just what your kids are perfect at, because they are. Every kid is good at something, but also some of the things that you quietly worry about all the time. And I have a child at Asset School, and he needs to be there, and so I have one of the naughty ones, and so I'm constantly worried about, people saying, well, maybe if she didn't work so much and she spent more time with her child, he would behave. They don't parent at home, when the truth is that, sometimes every child is naughty at some point, but also some of us just have those naughty kids, and the reality is, whether we like it or not, the social media world, and that's the world that our kids live in, and they're going to get raised in. And if your child is 5 or if your child is 12, you might be facing the Facebook decision versus, should I get that first electronic for my child? But the reality is, you can't, as a mom these days, say, I'm not going to text, and I'm not going to join Facebook, and I'm not going to be wired, because I don't even want my kids doing it. Because the reality is, yeah, they are doing it. If you don't live in their world, you're not going to know what they're doing. So, so that was part of it, and also like involving the husbands.
It'd be great every so often. We're just standing around, grazing in the yard, doing nothing with our lives.
And the important point about that was, really our mates they look at us as the women that they met, and that we, as an attractive being. And romance is one of the ultimate stress reducers. So it's kind of the point of involve your mate, have a date night out, dress up for them, and have a conversation with them, and involve them in the process, because they're the ones that find you the attractive person that you're always searching to be when you're a stressed out mom.
Oh.
That's how they remember you.
No. See, I just thought I was the person that, told me to get out into the yard and graze and fix stuff.
Well, yeah, you have to be that. We all have to wear multiple hats.
Sheep herder, mother, whatever. Come on.
Exactly. Well, but we were joking. One of the points in the article was, and it actually came up 6 different times, is how when moms say, I'm going to, go out with my friends or whatever, and the husband would say, okay, I'll babysit. And, the moms would just laugh, because they're like, babysit, you're the dad, where but you don't even say anything. You're just like, thanks, honey. But it would be really funny if the dad said, well, I'm going to go play tennis and have dinner with a friend, and the mom said, well, okay, I think I could babysit,
Yeah.
It doesn't really go that way. So there were some really funny stories that came up, and another one that was really funny is banding together against mom tormentors, they were called. So the mom tormentors are coaches with no empathy, and teachers who don't like children, and customer service people that don't like people in general, and apathetic government personnel who are supposed to help, but instead they torment us. And the TSA came up multiple times. Sorry, TSA.
Oh, God. Well, yeah. Eileen, before we run out of time, let's just real quick, where can we find, some of your books, and, for all the moms that aren't in the union yet, where can they find Mom Code?
The Mom Code, actually, my company is named after my 4 kids, so it's ONCEKids, ONCE, because my kids are Olivia, Natalie, Christian, and Ethan. So I have a pretty robust website that is worth checking out, I hope. And also, recently, just last week, I got a book order from Costco, Hawaii for 1,000 books. So if you happen to see the Fujimini Adventure Series in your store, that'd be great if you want to check it out.
Oh, well, thanks for coming on the show, and you know what? Good luck with the union.
Yeah, we need a union. We do, but we're going to be a friendly union. We're not going to strike about anything. We're just going to
join the union.
Have some
we
fun.
Have cookies. Yeah,
we're going to have cookies and Mom's night out with wine. But
yes.
so that's the union you want to join.
Exactly. I want to join that union. Oh,
you can join.
Well, thank you, Wackinator.
Thank you. No, thank you.
That's Eileen Wacker, and the Fujimini Adventure Series. You can pick it up at Costco, I think. Let's go bomb Costco today and look for it. Stay close. I've got some more music coming up next, like Tough Lion. It's the Rhythm of the Islands, Q103.
More Q103. Check out our Q-blog on our website for extended artist interviews, behind-the-scenes videos, and more. Log on to Q103Maui.com today. The Rhythm of the Islands. Q103.